Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Hey Look What I Bought, and today we're going to be talking about camera movement. Now, the last time I reviewed a shoulder rig, and that's one kind of camera movement. Now we're going to talk about sliders. This is my, I don't know, this is like a 34-inch slider, I guess. It's okay. It goes from here to there. It does it kind of okay, but here's the thing: you have to put a ball head mount on here, and then your camera, and then you're gonna have to either put this on a tripod, or you can put it on two tripods. It also comes with legs, so if you want to put it on a table, it's all right. It's simple though. I mean, you just slide from one place to another. One of the problems is if you want to do like a push. I'm doing a lot more cinematic work lately, so if I wanted to push into a scene, the problem with that is that this is long, and the camera usually sits about right here. So by the time you get like from here, maybe here, you still see the front of the slider in your shot. So that's not really what you want. So you can either go way up here, like build up your rig to be way up here, but then it gets really like unstable and stuff like that. This is just a cheap slider I got off of Amazon. I don't remember what I paid for it. But yeah, so I'm graduating. I'm going to be going to something a lot better, and I'm going to show it to you right now. What's in this box? Well, let me show you. This is from a company called Edelkrone. Edelkrone, if you are a photographer, you know about Edelkrone because you've probably seen this on your Facebook feeds, on your Instagram, on whatever platform you use. You're seeing commercials or advertisements for Edelkrone. This is pretty much the top of the line. It is the motion kit for the Slider Pro. I didn't say that right, but it's the Slider Plus X Pro steady module, blah, blah, blah. It's pretty much everything. It's everything. Edelkrone USA ships out of, I don't know, somewhere in Florida, but I purchased this on a Sunday morning or maybe a Saturday night, late Saturday night, and it arrived at my door on Tuesday morning, which was today. That's kind of cool. Okay, so at the heart of it, this is the actual slider product. So in this box is the Slider Pro X, Slider Plus X. Wow, the packaging is really, really nice. So we have a Slider Plus X is what it's called. We have a little instruction booklet here. Lots of little instruction booklets. These are little stickers. I don't know what those are for. I guess I'll have to look into that. Anyway, let's pull this thing out of here. Wow, that's cool. Okay. So it comes with nothing. These used to come with a cool little carrying case, which I guess is going to be the box for now. Comes with tools. Comes with whatever the heck this is. This is an extra belt. This is actually an important part, the belts. I have to cut these little things off. Probably gonna cut my arm off. First impressions is kind of ow, I did cut myself. Dang it. Well, I'm glad you saw that because that was ridiculous. I'm probably going to have to pause this in a second to take care of my bleeding arm. I guess when you do this, if you do this, use a scissors or common sense or something. What you have here is a slider. And if you unlock it like this, it slides back and forth. Yeah. So at first glance, this doesn't glide nearly as far as my old one. But now it slides nearly twice the entire distance. So that's pretty cool. It's a really interesting design. And what else it does well is you don't have that much distance to travel so that you can get a lot closer to your subject and further away, and you don't have the length of the slider that you have to worry about being in your shot. Here's an interesting feature. The screw is kind of inside of it, so they were clever enough to put a little spring-loaded screw in here. I guess that's a 1/4 inch 20, so that you can attach, or is it a, I think that's the bigger one, so that you can attach a ball head or a fluid head on top of this, and that's what you're going to mount your camera on top of, and that's how that's going to work. Here's how this works. We're just going to put our fluid head right on top of this. Okay, I'm going to put that on there. Great. Great. All right, so now full control over my camera across the slider. So it's really just that easy. That's one part of this. But that's not the more interesting part. Here's one of the other pieces that I bought in this package. Now this is kind of an extra because I'm going to be using this for two different things. This is the control unit, I guess is the way to say that. Basically what this does is it is a mechanism that helps you manually work this thing. Okay, so it comes with little screws in the box right here, these little screws. So what I need to do is I need to change the belt, because as you can see, this uses a gear, I guess is the best thing. And if you are going to use that thing, you're going to need to switch from the nylon to the rubber geared belts. So I guess I'm going to do that right now. All right, so let's change the belts. Can't be that hard, right? So the way they do this is these are magnetic. They're cool magnets. Nice, right? All right, and in here, in each one of these things, these are in there magnetically. So if I were to take this out, come on out. Doesn't really want to come out. Can't be that hard, right? Because it's in there as a keyhole, which is, you know, it's a clever way to do it. There we go. Okay. So these come out simple enough. And then we'll take these out. Oh, wow. Okay, so that was the deal. You put the top ones in not locked in place, and then you have to put the other side in when it's locked in place. All right, so we'll just drop these in here. Drop that in there. Okay, we're going to lock this in place. Goes over the rollers. We'll flip it upside down. That one goes in pretty easy because, you know, And in this one, you have to kind of stretch and place. Okay. Now I'm going to put on this module, and this module is called, I'm going to find out what this module is called. This module is called, I don't know. This is called the steady module. That's what it is. The steady module. All I'm going to do is go ahead and put on, yeah, we're going to call it going on this way. What the steady module does is it allows for very, very smooth and easy movement along the track, along the slider. You can loosen this way up, and then you have far less resistance to push, or you can tighten it down. You can tighten it down even further, and using about the same amount of force, everything slows down. It does not make it harder to push, it just doesn't allow for it to spin faster, and therefore you get a very, very smooth, controlled motion along your slider. This is fantastic. I'm really not using much more force, and it's not allowing me to go faster than this. So that's pretty cool, Edelkrone. The boxing is quite nice. I kind of wish it had like come in a big travel box maybe, or some kind of a padded something or other, but just as far as the product itself being presented in a box, it's pretty cool. All right, so let's take a look at this one. This is the head module. Now, what the head module does, holy crap, it's heavy. Actually, I opened this out of order. So this is the head module, and I'll come back to that in just a second. Okay, this is what I was hoping. This is the slide module. This is the powered alternative to using this in manual mode. So here's the coolness. This thing is a motor, and in here you have a wheel, and that's going to attach right here, just like this, and it will power slide this thing. I gotta say, first impression, the construction, the build quality is very, very good. It's very good. Okay, this thing is a phone mount, because the way you control this thing is by your phone. I've already downloaded the app, so in a couple of minutes here, we're going to try and figure out how this all works. And what do we have in here? We have every plug you can imagine. I'm very disappointed it didn't come with a battery. These take ELN6 batteries, and I just happen to have a couple of them over here. They are Canon batteries, so I guess I'm a little disappointed it didn't come with batteries. Let's go ahead and put those in there. I'm assuming that if you're going to use batteries, you want to have this plugged into the DC. Otherwise, if you were going to use the power that's included, you unplug that and you plug that right into the wall. I'm guessing anyway. We'll see. Okay, so I heard a beep. It's on. What's interesting is you don't really know that it's on because there's no lights on the outside of this thing. But I've gone to the Slider 1 Pro app or whatever it is. It basically asks you, hey, where is this? And it's on the ground. So I'm going to say it's on the ground. Okay, I heard a noise. That's great. Oh, I guess I need the leg extensions. So these are little leg extensions. I'm going to put this up on its legs. It wants me to put the head on now, so I guess I'm putting the head on. Put the head on. There. Okay, and now I have to use the cable here, data cable, and you plug the data cable link here. Don't you? Yeah, here into here, into where it says link. All right, so I have to update the firmware on the head unit. So that's a fun thing. Great. It says start. So apparently this is already talking to things. Okay, I heard a beep. This says that it's doing something, I guess. Although it is progress 0. Oh, progress 1%. I guess we're going to be here for a while. By the way, the only reason why I know what I'm doing, and that's really debatable, is that I've watched several videos already on this process, on the unboxing and on the setup. So I'm not ready to say that I know exactly what I'm doing yet. Feet, I guess. The feet will get screwed into the pieces on here. And that is so that the weight of whatever you put on here doesn't tip it over. So now we're good and solid. I already know what this is. This is a focus module. So the way this works is it will eventually bolt onto something. And there's a motor on here that will move your Cine lens focus. In the software, it knows hundreds of lenses, and you basically tell it through the app what lens you're using, and then it knows by science how much to move the focus for a certain range that you want to move into. So, pretty cool. I'm okay with that. I'm guessing it is fully articulated. It sure is. And it, falls apart too. Okay, so we'll put it on like right here. Great. Lock that down tight. Make that lower. And then we can try to put a camera on there and see what that looks like. Okay, so the camera is on. Everything's looking pretty good. We have 2 bars here. And clearly those go into this. Or not clearly. Oh, they're backwards screw. Okay, interesting. Yeah, and I do not know how that then attaches, but all right, the update is complete. And I'm going to restart the motion kit and restart the app. Let's plug this back in like it asked me to. Open slider plus. And all right, so I'll say that it's on the ground. We got a noise here. Okay, it says good. It says I got good batteries now. I'm on the ground. Okay, well, I'm not sure what it's doing. Great. All right, well, we're going to cut it right there for now. And when I can get this figured out, I'll come back and finish this first look review of the Edelkrone motion kit.